Hey, Ricky.
What?
What day is it today?
Saturday.
Nope. Is it Saturday?
Yeah, do you think I'm dumb?
I didn't say that. It's not Saturday.
It is.
It's cool car day. Ooh. What do you think of that?
Cool.
Well, hello there, YouTube. We are currently working on, and when I say we, I mean me and my trusty sidekick. What's up, dude?
Hello.
What are we doing today? What are we working on? What? I can't.
Thing.
What's that thing? Oh,
Thing.
working on the Vette. So, we've gotten a little further on the Vette. I don't know if anybody follows my posts on Instagram and Facebook, but as you can see, we have rear ladder bars. We have brackets on the differential. We have a differential up inside there. We had to notch the frame rails. I'll show you. And that's only until I have to patch them, obviously, but we notched them so they can clear, and we're going to make patches for the frame, obviously. We also had to notch the floor of the car, and it's fiberglass, so we're not worried about it. I saved the piece. There's a lot of work to get to this point, unfortunately. A lot of time. So as you can see, these are the seats he wants to use. We had to notch the floor here, and that is where we got in and notched the frame there. And then the rear part got notched for the pumpkin, but I saved it. It's one piece. So all we're going to do is just give it a 2 or 3 inch rise and then re-fiberglass it back to the car. So that's minor. Fiberglass work is easy, or at least it's easy for me. I don't know. So what we wanted to do, because the ladder bars are so big, as you can see, they run all the way to the front pivot point for the fronts, and they are chromoly. And then we made these cool little brackets in the back, so it has this crazy drop brackets, and then to the 8-inch. So what we started doing with the 8-inch, and I'll let my trusty sidekick take over.
Aww.
Here, well, I'm going to talk. You can video. Why? Oh, just watch your fingers. Come over here. So let's see what I got going on over here. Come on the other side. So what I like to do is I like to draw it out. So what I did was I kind of mapped out based off of what's in the back, because we have to locate the differential and keep it centered. When you have long ladder bars, the rear is going to want to do this. Back up a little bit, bud. Can you see it? So the rear is going to want to go left, right, left, right. So what they normally do is you can use a panhard bar or a track bar. The problem is we have 51-inch long ladder bars. So if I try to do some sort of a track bar, it's going to be huge, which is going to have a lot of deflection, and it's not going to be strong enough. So what I've done in the past on a lot of the hot rods is we make what we call a Watts link. And the Watts link gets centered on the differential. So I took some parts that I had and made what I needed, because ordering parts seems to be taking a long time, and we need to get this car on the ground and rolling. So obviously we're going to change the rod ends when the time comes, but this is all mock-up stage. These brackets, everything's getting either chromed or painted, so it doesn't matter. These rod ends will get replaced. The bushings are actually still good. These were good bushings that I had. I had rod ends. So I'd rather do a rubber isolated bushing on this end, so that mounts to the frame. So what we have are 2 brackets on the frame, and then you have a center point on the diff, which ends up being this point right here. And I'll show you on the diff, but that bolts down to the differential like that. So as the differential moves, these will be mounted and fixed to the frame. And as the differential moves up and it moves down, it locates. And it never changes position. It always stays centered. So that way, if you have a tire clearance issue, a lot of hot rods are, real tight with anything being, interference issues. So I just made this, and I'm just cutting these. I got these bolts in stock, so I was getting them fit in here so I can mount it. Because what I got to do now is take my mount brackets. I have a bunch of these blanks that I had made up. These are different types of frame, just pieces that I've made. I'm going to use these because I like them. They work good. They're thick. But this one I got to cut down on this side, and then this one for the frame on this side, obviously. So that's what I'm doing now. So I was just messing around with this because I got to mark these bolts.
I got taller.
Oh, wow. Where's my marker?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is. Gotta get my glasses on.
Why?
Are you filming me or are you filming the floor? People are going to start complaining. They're going to be like, who is this guy? So I need to cut these bolts because they're a little long. Just going to trim them down real quick. I guess, but it all depends on how the video's going to come out. So we need 2 bolts. This is my makeshift table that I made, and I put it on wheels. So I roll around. I'm actually thinking about cutting a hole right here so I can put my tank, and then I can put my MIG welder, my wire feed underneath there. That way this will be like a weld table, and I'll put a steel, because this is like a composite. So I'll put a steel top on it. I was thinking about doing it. I don't know, we'll see.
What is that thing?
Portable bandsaw.
Oh, why do you have this thing?
Why do I have it?
Why do you need to use it?
Because I gotta cut these bolts, and I want to cut them so they're nice.
They look already good, nice.
No, they're too long. I gotta shorten them just by a little bit.
How much?
And actually, we gotta run and get some hardware because I don't have enough.
Why?
Because I ran out of the 5/8 nuts. I only have a few of these left. For some reason, I got a bunch of bolts, no nuts. So I'm going nuts because I need nuts.
You're going nuts because you need nuts.
Going nuts because I need nuts. Everything's nuts and bolts. Everything's nuts and bolts. So I'm going to show you my little weld table that I have set up here.
No, you don't.
I put this down. Actually works pretty good. And you notice this little piece of tubing I have right here.
What? Why?
So I can clamp my ground strap, my ground clamp here, so I can weld on this table. And it actually works pretty good.
Does it?
Yeah, not bad. So these.
My arm's getting a little tired.
Your arm's getting tired? What?
It's getting tired. Said we did this with the GoPro.
Well, I gotta set some things up here, so give me 1 second.
So
What, you're getting tired? You actually, that's it? You don't want to film anymore?
the GoPro's lighter.
Oh, the GoPro's lighter? Why? Are we using my phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
The phone's heavier.
Well, I wanted to use my phone though.
Why? The GoPro's easier.
I know, but I have a stand for the phone if you want to put it on the low. Yeah, I have a holder.
Where?
Yeah, it's just easier to use the phone for editing. The GoPro is kind of a pain in the you-know-who. The you-know-whatski. Here, we'll go get the stand. It's over here.
Oh, that stand?
Well, no, it's got a little extension that you can hold on to. Let's see, I think this thing comes off. Ow. Trying to unscrew it.
Oh, you can unscrew it. And...
Oh, yeah, see? Now you can put the phone in here. And you can bend it and hold this instead of holding the actual phone. Let's see if that works. Ooh, that works right better. There, now you can hold it, look. Look. See? So now you, hold on, my hand's in the way though. I gotta put it the other way. Hold on. I put it the wrong way.
You put it the wrong way.
Yes, I did.
Oh, it's on like a button.
There you go. See?
Let me have it.
It's kind of in the way though. Hold on. I gotta make it so you can see what you're doing. Ow. Hold on. That's my finger. I'm gonna put it over here. Hold on. show you. Put it on this side. Here, I'll film you while I'm doing it.
Oh, that's like right where the camera is.
No, it's not. The camera's on the other side. See?
No, seriously, no.
Camera's right here, isn't it?
No.
It's not? Oh, that's okay. I didn't want to put it over here because the controls are over there. There you go. Now you can hold it. What do you think? See if that's easier. Is that easier? Unless I put it in the middle, but then it's hard to see what you're filming. But it.
I like to put it in the middle.
Okay, all right, okay.
In the middle, I don't care. Middle's easier.
Yeah, that was technical difficulties. I turned the camera off. All right, you're good. How's that better? Is that easier?
Yeah, it's way easier.
Okay. All right, so go that way. So I can walk around here, silly. You want to show them our ceiling all nice and insulated in sheetrock? How bright it is in here. Woo-hoo! Good friend of mine did that. Alright. I don't have a bandsaw, so I have a portable bandsaw. So I'm going to cut these.
Oh, I know what you can do. With this, I know how to do something with this.
What? What's
With
that?
this like little stand. If you bend it, you can make it so it stands up. Like this. You can make it so it...
I know, it has a whole stand.
You
I'm not worried about it right now.
bend it, you can make it stand like
Oh,
that.
look at that. Oh, so you can watch
So you could just keep it like this while you're doing the bandsaw.
Aren't you just cool?
So I'm going to keep
All right,
it.
so I'm gonna I'm gonna cut these bolts and then we're gonna go under the car and I'll show you guys what we got going
Where
on.
can
with
I
that.
put this?
So no, you're gonna actually shut it off for a second, so I can just cut these and then
How do I shut it off?
you push the button.
Square?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So as you can see, this is where the Watts link ends up going. So this bar attaches to the frame at about that position, and then this lower bar will attach at about that position. So as the rear goes up and down, it keeps the rear located because this can swivel. So I just marked it where I need to make a spacer, and I'll be good to rock and roll. All right. So we got the bracket and everything. Go on the other side, actually. You'll be able to see easier on that side. If you want.
Okay.
What? You can't run with the phone, dude, to your video. Ow.
What happened?
You just gotta get down here so you can check it out.
Can I get onto it?
Yeah, come on. Alright, so see the bracket I welded over there?
Oh,
Your finger's in the way, by the way. Watch your fingers.
what isn't?
See this bracket right here? That's one bracket. See the bracket over there? So now this can go here like this, and it's gonna get, I had to go get hardware at the store, and I welded the nut here, so that makes it a lot easier.
Oh, you welded it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's why I need new welding.
That one goes there.
And
This one,
this
I just got
one.
to adjust it to the fit. So we have to just measure to see if we're centered still. If we're centered.
Looks like this.
So what that does,
It looks like this.
that will center it. Now
So-
when you have shocks on here, as it goes up and down, I'll show you.
I could tell them.
Let me take this out of here.
Why?
Watch. So watch how this works.
What, you have it?
See? Look, see? Up and down. See? See how that works?
It's actually awesome, like how you planned it.
Yep, and that keeps everything centered. So. Just like that. Pretty cool, huh? Not bad at all. So that is how a Watts linkage works. And these are adjustable. You just have to take them off here because these are fixed.
This is a cool area camera
Should be. That works. Actually, looks pretty good and it works good too. That's awesome. So that's a Watts linkage or Z-bar. I think some people call them a Z-bar.
Actually, it does look like
or a locating bar. So, but not bad. So, and I made it out of everything. I had everything here. I had the steel, these rod ends. I had these bushings, the tubing. I had these mounts, these brackets. So it seemed to work pretty good.
Your thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. So now we got to figure out shocks.
Oh, can I help with this?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do
and
is
do time lapse of making them.
Time lapse. We're gonna do time lapse. I don't know actually, but I'm definitely gonna figure out.
And then could I help with the shocks?
Yeah, I got to get a measurement off of the ride height.
Okay, I can.
What's the ride height of the shock? Because we're gonna use a similar shock to the ones on the Nova.
Oh.
So what I could do, I don't really want to do that, but I don't feel like opening the trailer. I'll just look it up online because I want to get the install height of where the shock's going to be because they're going to end up being off of these brackets to the frame here. And I want to keep them to the inside of the frame here. That way they don't interfere with the tire, which will work out perfect because these are right underneath the frame rail. So really what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece of tubing. It'll be inside here is the mount. And I'm going to make it so there's wherever I put it, and depending on the height, that'll be a threaded tube. So that way you can just bolt the shock to it. And then a simple mount up here for the upper, which will be real basic.
My help works.
Because I think if I do a longer shock down here, it would look kind of cool. But it might be overkill. I don't know.
What's overkill?
It just might look weird.
Everything on this car is like down low.
Well, yeah, because of the way the body and the frame are so low on these cars because it used to have the independent rear. So that's why we had to make this crazy looking brackets. And I still got to do supports here on the rear here. And these have to be plated.
Oh.
So, but I got to do inner supports from here to here. I got to do a piece of tubing here. So, but that's all after. I'm not worried about it right now. Right now, I just want to make sure the car actually, everything is mocked up and it works. And it's functional. Because this will work pretty good.
There's like a hole right here.
What?
Up there.
Who are you filming?
I'm filming you and that bracket thing.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's, alright, let me see what I could do about mocking up for a shock mount and we'll go from there, so.
Alright.
Alright, so we're trying to make
a bracket.
Shock bracket. So what I'm doing here is, I know it seems simple, but it'll work really well, is I have 3 1/2-inch nuts here that are going to get put in here at a certain spot. So you have 3 different adjustment heights for the coilovers if you ever needed to change ride height. So that'll be welded in like that. And then there'd be a small little spacer, obviously, to keep the coilover out. And then I was going to use, I have a bunch of these little brackets that work really well, and they're real strong because they're thick. I think these are 3/16. These are 3/8. I don't know, 1/4 inch.
Look how thick they are.
But I'm going to notch it to fit around the frame here, and this will be the upper mount for the coilover. And I'm actually going to weld a stud on here, so that way it's studded. So all you have to do is just bolt it, and it'll come on and off. It'll look pretty cool. It'll
That's a Sharpie.
It'll almost look like the coilover is just sitting here. It won't even look like there's a bracket because the bracket's, because it's a thick bracket and it's going to be welded to the frame in multiple spots. It's going to be very strong. So not worried about that. But the overall is about 12 inches of distance as far as the coilover at ride height. So if I do 12 inches to the lowest mount, that gives me 1 inch of ride height adjustment, almost 2 inches of adjustment if I wanted to raise the back end of the car. So that'll work out, because that's what he's going to want. And that's it. So we got to cut these, got to make 2 of these brackets, and
Okay, can I help with that?
start slicing them. You got to cut them.
I gotta help.
You're going to help?
Alright, we're gonna start slicing them.